Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief Recap. Where are we here? I want to just see if YouTube will kick in here. Come on, YouTube. Kick me, baby. Kick me. You don't want to kick, do you? All right, well. There YouTube he's kicking here. Come on, YouTube. All right, well, cool to see he's up and running. So here we are. It is Monday, 31st of July, or August. Beg your pardon, August. Finally near the end of the summer. Can 2020 get over quick enough? I don't know. Of course, we got a whole bunch of craziness coming up next 3 months or so. I get the impression that it's going to be a horse race down south. And actually, I was joking with the community through the Daily Brief today. Wouldn't it be more fun if Mr. Trump won, but he lost control of the Congress, and we just have 2 straight years of soap operas and C-SPAN investigations and probes, and of course he'd be a total lame duck because he couldn't get anything done by Congress. I don't know. I think that would kind of make for a fun soap opera, and sure would be a great climax to this fear cycle, eh? A little concerned about the saber rattling going on around the world. I don't know why, but Turkey has all of a sudden decided it wants to pick a fight with Greece. We got lots of warships all zooming around the South China Sea. Military exercises. Russia, for all of a sudden, starting to flex its muscles. Big provocative war exercise off the coast of Alaska recently. It's going to be a fun period here, folks. No doubt about it. Anyway, never a dull moment. With regard to the market, because we are in this sort of funny little vacuum of the last week of the summer, I don't know whether I really want to read too much into price action this week. Labor Day weekend, official holiday for North America, is the 7th. So like I said, this is kind of a funny air pocket in here. But you can see by the breadth indicator on the site, some names are starting to bottom out. Right? We're seeing some W starting to come in. It's probably a little too early to start thinking about the broader market rallying and in a bull phase just yet. But, there are a few interesting little spots to go fishing. We picked up some of the leisure stocks, things like Carnival Cruise Lines, Norwegian Cruise Lines. In fact, our screener, this thing is so beautiful. This is kind of like our El Tangonator daily double bottoms with 50% rolls, and you can see Carnival, Norwegian, the screener, love them coming out of the end of the week last week. So I don't mind doing a little bit of fishing, but at the same time, there is that Carnival. Pretty chart. But at the same time, too, let's, put things into perspective. In fact, this Carnival, I risk all the way down to here. So we could spend the next month or so actually cleaning a lot of this up in here. Be prepared for that. That's definitely a possibility. With the end of the summer, like I said, looks like more silliness going on in currency land. They continue to march the US dollar lower on this trend line, and I do remember recently we've been sort of conjecturing, do we have to get in and hit these chaos levels? Does 78.6 have to be tested? Do we have to trade back down to the original bottom here? Especially considering there aren't like huge, massive hedge funds and stuff back working, piling money into the market. It's this funny, weird sort of summer holiday market session. The bankers now, they're done. They're off enjoying whatever the remainder of their summer is. This to me looks like it's drifty, and unfortunately I can't really sell into that. One of the sort of flip sides of this equation, though, of course, is the gold market. And we spent some time, actually, even yesterday in the Broiler Chicken Show, going through this potential setup. But, if we do get ready for a new leg lower in US dollar, this thing probably catches a bid. And you can see bot levels trying to come in. You can see W's trying to form. You can see trend line breaks. And who knows what the market's going to do. This is a huge cycle pivot. So could gold go up to $2,500 here? Yeah, it's probably not out of the question whatsoever. And it's a fear apex. Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, cross, all that kind of crazy stuff. So as a result, gold as a fear asset goes up. U.S. dollar as a stable, believe in the Fed, believe in the U.S. government, it goes down. So I'm not really thinking I want to step in front of this, that's for sure. But we all need to understand it's very hard to make the value case here. This is purely price momentum and emotional momentum. The major U.S. stock indexes are just absolutely on a tear. I suppose with this sort of money printing world, what is the value of assets? What's the value of currency? In a weird sort of way, this is actually almost exactly like that gold market that we saw, about 2 or 3, maybe a month ago, 2 or 3 weeks, month ago, where we went zooming up past technical objectives, past chaos levels, and then all of a sudden the gold market just went. Don't be shocked if you see a week or two kind of event like this out of the U.S. stock market. It's definitely possible. This is total nosebleed central. This is ridiculous with lots of gaps. This actually looks exactly like that gold chart. It's almost identical, really. Can you see the similarities? See the nutso insano run up with lots of gaps, blowing through chaos levels, blowing through technical objectives, and then you got to go through this. Bang! So there could very easily be a bang right in front of us here, folks. Don't be shocked if that happens. Through this week, I doubt it. It's kind of my hunch, for whatever it's worth, is the pros are going to come back from the Hamptons. And they're going to go, holy bejesus, look how they bid this thing up through the summer. Maybe let's sell some stock. That's my hunch. But we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. As for specific trades, I'm kind of just sitting here just twiddling my thumbs. If they want to keep taking the market higher, great, wonderful. But there's no fucking way I could buy that. Did buy some insurance back in this area, and actually I picked up a little bit more, bought some Dow puts, calls on the dog up here, but those are like March positions, February, out into next year. Not even thinking about doing anything on that right now. Oh, here they're coming for me. You can hear it. Anyway, coming to take your money, Brad. Anyway. There was just a siren going off outside my window. I think it was a fire truck, so coming to burn down your money. I don't know. Gotta tell you, TRIers are on fire of late. It's incredible. We had one little venture cap stock that went absolutely nuts here recently. And of course, crypto. Oh boy, nutso moves there. So maybe we are on fire and somebody's got to put the fire out. I don't know. We've been watching this empire developing here in the crude oil market. We have to be careful, of course, with crude. We now into the end of August. We probably, if we're going to be trading crude, probably should be looking at like October or maybe in November contracts now. But we had said recently, let's keep an eye on this empire. And actually now you can see it's a double top. If we go through this low now, actually, I think we got a half decent sell signal. So that low is, where is that low? That low is 42.36. So I don't know if we can get this thing. Look at that. It doesn't even go on that level. Anyway. Maybe that's karma telling me, don't do the trade, Brian. Don't do the trade. I don't know. Look at that. It jumps from 25 to 50. How the hell do I get? What did I say? 42.36. Let's see if we can put that on here manually. 42.30. We'll say 35. Sell on a stop. And that means you got a risk to a break of these highs. So we're going to be risking a good $1.50 per barrel on this. So it's going to be a fairly sizable risk. But let's see how we do. And of course our objective is 50% rules. So at some point we'll probably see this market trade back down to that 50% level. Sure hope I was tenacious enough to keep watching this and keep hunting and just kind of show you what a typical sort of trader's life is. And there's our 50% rule target, looking for 32.80. So we'd still be clipping a good about $10 off of the market. So we'll see how it goes. And the cool part about it is you can see gaps there, gaps there. I don't know when there's a huge gap down here. So definitely lots of room to the downside if she wants to get going. Suppose, hell, is there a gap down at minus $30? Sure hope we don't have to go back into that environment, but at some point this thing's going to roll over and we're going to start heading back down again. Actually, this is a funny one, eh? Why don't we go off of this, because obviously we can't use that candle. I don't want a gun for that kind of level. That seems a bit unrealistic. Maybe let's go there. So that's $26. Gee, I don't know. Should we try and hit a home run here? Let's go for the home run. See if we can take $20 out of the market. Who knows? This is just a fun exercise. What do they call it? Edutainment, right? Anyway. Okay, so oil market down on the day. We saw the stock market down on the day. Actually kind of dojiing on the day. They're reorganizing the major indexes, so there's probably a lot of shenanigans going around that. And, on balance, the tone of what I'm seeing is sort of like, we're getting kind of tired. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Talked a little bit about the gold. Really, if we can get another W on the other side of this trend line, oh boy. My hunch is that whatever this buy on the gold develops as, we probably will see a corresponding buy on the bonds. That sort of risk off kind of conversation. So as the gold, it held these lows, right? And so we're thinking 3 higher lows. Okay, rock on. Maybe the bonds, its respective bottom is some sort of head and shoulders. And again, this is sort of kind of thinking, this week, I don't know. Let's let the pros come back. Let's let this thing set itself up. And then the resolution after the pros have come back. Do they dump the market? Do they break it higher? That's probably going to tell us what to do in the gold market as well. That's kind of how I'm looking at things right now. Risk on, risk off. This is probably a really good analogy of our breadth indicator. Very similar. So you can see that, relatively speaking, actually the small cap stocks are doing a little bit better. But I don't know. We don't have any W's here or sort of violent reversals here to say that the down is over. So very much like that breadth indicator. Actually, these studies look very, very similar. When these cross back over a bull, then we can all start going apeshit bullish. But we might see that the market rallies up in here and then fails and rolls over again. Only time will tell. There's no real signals there either way. Like I said, we went and picked up a little bit of some of the leisure stocks. Actually, we bought a mining stock that's just absolutely beautiful. These guys happen to be in the fluorite business. What was it? ARS, I think it was. Ares Strategic Mining. Whoa, there's a name for you. This is what we do at TRI. So, the image speaks for itself. What else can you say? It's just stunning. These are the kind of stocks that there's no way in the hell the public would ever know about something like this. The public will learn about this when the damn thing's up here and they're touting it to the public, which is so sad, but it's so typical. I was taught this kind of screening methodology by old sort of like floor broker insiders years and years and years ago. Eternally grateful. But even, if you think about, like, let's say you found this chart and, okay, so I don't know anything about the fundamentals. But you just look for things like momentum divergences and W's and RSIs and willies coming out of stupid conditions and W's in price. And, it speaks for itself. The interesting thing, and I know it sounds crazy, but actually I don't see any reason why this thing can't work its way all the way up to like 70, 80 cents here. This is all open air. Somebody actually even posted in the comments, look left, right? Here's a perfect example. We clear through these highs, and frankly speaking, I didn't think we were going to clear through these highs. That's 17 cents. We've clearly blown through that. Look left. Where the hell's the next resistance point? It's all the way up here. Maybe here a bit to a certain degree. I'm not really in a huge hurry to sell any of this. This is the kind of shit where, seriously, I mean, this one buy could buy me my Tesla. Should I just sit there and do nothing? I mean, it's always a good idea to just let a good chunk of the position go at like double your purchase price or something like that. So then at least you don't have any risk involved. But, on further, let's say you get yourself into a risk-free trade and you're just sitting there hunky-dory. You want to start shooting for these kind of upside objectives. But it's actually completely realistic. It's not out of the question. So that's the wonderfulness about our little VCIM model. In fact, actually, there's one in the crypto space. This is a VCIMer. And actually, I've done deals with this guy years gone by. So I know he's got fairly good reputation, and you tell me. I mean, the chart speaks for itself. You can do the fundamentals if you want. Totally awesome. But even if you watch these videos and you're like, yeah, I kind of like this W kind of idea, Brian. And these guys are Ethereum miners. I think it would make sense if Ethereum's doing pretty well. These guys are probably going to do pretty well. So, interesting, you can have like the S&P 500 look the way that it does, and yet there are areas in the market that I think actually look extremely compelling. The only problem is you got to be able to try and find these value names. That's the tricky part. And trust me, it's not easy. And of course, that's the whole benefit of being part of our community, is I literally like spoon feed you guys these ideas. And of course, you learn how to do this in our education program. So, what the hell? 1 plus 1 equals 537. Stock market land, screeners are doing their thing. VCIMers are doing their thing. Build your plan, trade your setups. Who gives a shit what people's opinions are? It doesn't mean jack shit. All right, so now I'm going to tell you what my opinion is of where Bitcoin price is going to go. Wait a minute, didn't I just tell you my opinion's worth jack shit? Oh, well, what can you do? My message to the community is we're at what I would consider a bit of a crossroads. Every time we come into these consolidations, you don't know what the hell's going to happen. Market's a bull, market's a bear. Bulls make money, bears make money. Pigs, they get slaughtered. Anyway, I would strongly suggest you hunt setups. And like I said, we had a very pretty long setup come through this. I think I explained it in detail in yesterday's Broiler Chickens. Big run up. Now we get divergences. Cool your jets. Pretty typical, normal. What I do find interesting is old TRI site alumni sent me this one trend line, I don't know, I think somewhere down in here, and said, really, I don't see any reason why we can't trade there, and gee whiz, look where we are. So really what this consolidation is, do we actually accept this level as a base and we start to work our way higher off of this very important pivot level? It could happen. I mean, market will do any old damn thing it wants. I've been sort of suggesting over the past week or two that, very much like the stock market. If the stock market wants to break and we get that big kaboom, fuck you, move down like we saw in gold, that could happen in the stock market. You probably see Bitcoin do the same thing. Obviously, there's no guarantees either one way or the other. You just got to follow the chalk marks. Can I justify new people to investing to come in and invest in Bitcoins? It's $11,700 a coin? No. But at the same time, too, that doesn't mean the market can't trade its way higher and higher and higher. Interesting how I did these little chaos levels. With this level broken here, though, this chaos level is gone. But if we can consolidate here and start heading higher, well, okay, there you go. There's a chaos level, and there's bought trade objectives. So that's the bull scenario that she is going to buy a bull, that's probably the way that we're going to go. And conversely, if this consolidation resolves bearishly, 38.2s was our most recent pullback, so very normal. Head and shoulders fail through 38.2, probably back down into this reload zone. And really my hunch is we just simply come back and take back that most recent frivolous rally fluff. So there are your levels. Resolution of 11 and change will imply 14 and change or 8 and change. So, I even suggested to people on the site, look, if you're a trader, then you just have to define what your trade setup is, and you got to live by the sword. It's just the way it goes. So, if you are bullish and you are hunting bullish spots, well, you can see the levels are there. If you are bearish and think this is ridiculously overbought and we got a nice head and shoulders breakdown, well, you can see the levels there. And right now, for a guy like me, it's just to hurry up and do nothing. If we zoom in on this image, I think it actually looks something along the lines like this. So this is like a range trader's paradise where we just bang back and forth between reload long zones and reload short zones. That's kind of what I'm thinking going on right now. If there was going to be a serious fight on the corn, I think it's got to be around 12 grand. And you can see Mountain Man, he would be shorting that. And I do find it interesting that, and maybe we do something that looks something along these lines. You can see I was talking about this with the community in the Daily Brief. I mean, if we did something like that, that would be awesome. Maybe, hell, I would even prefer if we could do something like that, right? Work our way up into here. Then, Mountain's going to go short. He'll make money, and so he won't be vengeful and coming for my head. We carve out a second low, then a third low, then we break out. That's sort of Brian's ideal bullish scenario. Does that happen? Only time will tell. So that's sort of where I'm sitting right now. And as I said, we're kind of in no man's land right now. Even for the lower time frame traders, there's really nothing to be done right now. Just, and if anything, maybe we can get a week off where everything just calm down. More consolidation. Just settle down. And then get a nice big volume push either up or down coming out of this. And we got ourselves some new levels to work with. Okay, so crypto, hurry up and cool your jets. Woohoo! Altcoins, not really anything different there. Did a little bit of buying here recently. So I got stink bids. Geo, it turns out I got all my fills on Geo, yay. Was thinking Decred might put in a bottom here, but they lost the inside bar low, so you're just back into cool your jets mode. I picked up a little bit of Dash. Wouldn't mind buying some more down against the bottom end of the range. Cute little bot setups trying to come in on things like good old RLC. So, if we see that trend continuation message, I could see up here easily. Wouldn't surprise me. So, I get the feeling the market's at sort of like it's at a bit of a pivot here. They take the market higher, like I said, on something like Ethereum. Interesting enough, if you look at the Ethereum weekly chart now, you can actually see there, bang, 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 you can see the sort of fractal top. What's that high? 47? Yeah. So there's, if anything, this is actually a pretty good empire. Bang, bang, bang. So clearly what this says is this is a sell if we start moving through this low, which is 369.26. Well, we're nowhere near there now. And we noticed our little internet mining or IMINI mining, they are Ethereum miners. Remember we said stocks always lead commodities. If they're starting to bid these little Ethereum mining stocks up, then obviously somebody knows something on the inside. So is this the top? I don't know. I mean, there is no sell signal here. There might be another leg higher. It's totally possible. Problem here is I can't chase that. No way I can buy that. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I suppose at some point, actually, I have to think about. I've got a whack of Ethereum on the books, and I can't remember what my average purchase price is. I should probably go find that out. But I did see that that portion of the account is zooming up appreciably, so I might actually have to come in and sell some Ethereum soon. And you know, like I said, individual names. I am snooping around bottom ends of ranges, but it's not like I'm chasing. I won't chase. But if something's snooping around the bottom end of its range, or if we're setting up bots, okay, well, I might consider those kind of ideas. I think I actually even told the community I'd keep a close eye on Mr. Sun here. Mr. Sun looks like he's about to try and do something here. So why don't we finish the video off today with a quick little pitch for the raffle that we have coming up on Labor Day weekend. In fact, actually, it's next Sunday, I think. Yeah, we'll do it on Sunday the 6th. So in 6 days. We have a seat coming up for our fall level 1 term. Free entry. Just throw your name and your email address in here. I did have people post in the comments you'd like to be entered in the raffle and you'd like to tell us something that you've learned. That was great. So keep doing that. But could you also maybe just pop on here and throw your name and email address and use some dummy email address. It doesn't have to be something that's super important to even create a dummy email address just for this. I don't really care, but I just need some way to contact you if you happen to win and I can't find you. So that will be coming up next Sunday. Links to this page, and then also TRI does have a free 30-day trial if you'd like to just give the site a test run for a month. Feel free to enjoy it on us. And there's a link to that free trial as well in the description of this video here. So okay, so big pitch for coming fall term. If you need help building your small business of trading out, what are all the key ingredients, the process, learning the process, all that kind of stuff, fun, awesome. We have actually our promotional program is going to start at the end of the raffle. Give you some time to seriously consider our offers. And we'll continually remind you about this in the videos up to the start of the school term. Also, too, got to give big shout out to Fjord. Screeners are really coming along here, right? Nice, crisp signals, especially my key reversal signals. Oh my goodness, absolutely fallen in love with this. So TRI is really building this website out. Talked to you lots about the breadth indicator. Fantastic tool to help you sort of see the health of the market and when it's due for a bull or a bear pullback. And of course, all of these tools are continually being updated and refined. And man, we're building a rocket ship here, I'll tell you. Okay, why don't you have yourselves an awesome rest of your day. PMA for the win. It's the end of the summer. Get out there and enjoy the nice weather. I don't see a hell of a lot happening in the market. But at the same time, too, if you got positions on and they're popping, make damn sure to have open orders working and get paid for your hard work. All right, all the best, and bye for now.